It seems like the response train is not slowing down anytime soon for DDG because he's still getting his bag. And it seems like he's going to continue to do so when he does eventually stream on Twitch, because I'm pretty sure people are going to be begging him to talk about the shit unless he doesn't stream over there for like a week and people done forgot about it and, you know, moved on with their lives. So there could be that. But on his podcast called the No Ordinary Podcast, he had a segment where he spoke about this whole thing for 9 minutes. And it's a lot of I want to go over to kind of debunk some of the claims he's making against Joe Budden.
See, that's a real nigga.
I know who Baby Smooth is, by the way. I was just giving y'all an example.
But Joe Budden, he would have dissed the nigga for no reason. Like, why? What'd I do to you?
That's what I'm saying. Think about people like Joe Budden, and I know this is true and a fact. He's a lonely man. That man can't leave the house. That man can't go to a club. He got to stay in there with his little girl or whoever he fucking with. He got to stay with her, and he got to just stay in the crib and smoke hookah. He type of nigga smoke hookah, little freaky ass nigga. He probably smoke hookah in the crib.
He probably smokes cigars.
Put on booty shorts and sit in the crib. And the only reason why I was skeptical about doing this is because I have a lot of homosexual fans and bisexual fans. And I never want y'all to ever feel like I'm ever homophobic or ever like, you know, against y'all. And I have LGBTQ, that's how you say it, LGBTQ, it's a tongue twister, LGBTQ plus friends. Like, I have nothing against y'all whatsoever, but I didn't know this. I looked this up today. Joe Budden is bisexual.
Okay, now he's just talking for the sake of talking. He is not bisexual, okay? Like, he got a whole girl at home. And he made a joke implying that, and that's not even the closest thing from the truth.
Past his podcast, like, I don't really want to dig deep or talk about you jumping on your baby mama's stomach to get ready to feed us. Like, I ain't trying to...
Keep in mind, these allegations stem from almost 10 plus years ago, and they've been thrown out and debunked at this point, and it's just the same old regurgitated talking point. Even back in 2016, he got cleared of any wrongdoing. So if anybody's trying to sit there and say that, oh, he's a woman beater, go look it up. I got the facts right here. You looking at it on the screen. And DDG needs to be careful because you are a man too. And if a woman wants to tomorrow, she can sit here and say, oh, DDG slapped me, then the internet's going to be all on your ass. You are the one spouting false accusations against a fellow man. And I may not be one of the people that says anything if it happens to you.
It's just, I just don't have respect for you, Joe Budden. I never did, but I would have never just got online and dissed you because I don't know you. Just like you don't know me. I only know you from the radio when my mama ain't had no CD to put in the car. That's the only place I know you from.
Pump it up. Song.
I only know you from jumping on the trampoline and they play Pump It Up. And I go to the little jumpy houses and shit. That's the only thing I knew. And I was surprised. I found out you made Pump It Up today.
I didn't even know that was him. I swear on my life.
I didn't know either.
You might be an industry plant though, cause like that song is like, that's your main song, nigga. Like, is you not a plant? Like, what else you gonna do? Like, I gotta listen to the rest of his music. I gotta see who he really is.
Now you're just trying to be petty and say, Pump It Up was a hit. Pump It Up was such a hit, it made it into one of the Fast and Furious movies. The only reason why he's saying this is because of what Joe said. Had Joe had to say anything about this, he would have never just hopped online randomly and said, you know what this song is. I bet you before all this started, he was a fan of Joe Budden's music. And afterwards, he just saying things just because he's mad in his feelings.
Somebody named Joe, you know they up the sun already.
Yeah.
You can't even mind Joe. Like, his name Joe. Like, you sneaky already. G.I. Joe name, nigga. You sneaky.
Matter of fact, I expect this from you, Joe, but I ain't gonna lie. This nigga is, I don't know what he do. This nigga is a rapper. This nigga is a rapper. He's a bisexual podcaster. And what else he do? A co-host on Academics show?
If he was watching this.
Hey, the hood watch Academics. Hope you know that, bro. You was never the reason we was watching Everyday Struggle. Never. You was never the reason. Ever. Whatsoever, bro.
I ain't never watched nothing because of him.
Never. I never clicked on her, but You got a little podcast community that I want.
Most people tuned in for Everyday Struggle for both academics and Joe Budden's perspective, because Joe has a lot of skin in the game to know what he's talking about in the rap game and from a business standpoint as well. And that last part about him saying, oh, you got a community that I want. You did that with Bruce Drop 'Em Off and Platboy Max, and you lost both games.
If you follow Joe Budden TV, come over here, hit subscribe. It's completely free. We're going to put you on game. We going to have guests on here. I know he don't have no guest on there because nobody fuck with him. He just got the same little old niggas on his shit. So we're going to have nice guests over here, young guests.
Now, see, I don't know why he had to go that far to diss the old heads that comes on his podcast. To me, that's a little bit disrespectful to the people who paved the way for somebody like you to come up in the rap game, like the LL Cool J's of the world. But he just did a whole interview with Flo Milli. That's one of the newest acts out right now.
I ain't even start the stream yet, but I got clips. I'm finna react. I need at least 100,000 off of you. That's it. And then YN's gonna be in your DM. Everybody watching this right now, report his page. Matter of fact.
No.
Let's get him out of here.
Tell him something.
You don't know who you messing with.
Mean or something.
You don't know, bro. We ain't
gonna do like that.
Bro, I have YNs that they do crazy shit.
We don't need to act that crazy.
Allegedly, they doxing niggas. They doing whatever.
We don't need to act that crazy.
But I ain't gonna do that.
Push down.
Listen, no. Ceasefire, y'all. Roast the little old nigga a little bit.
That's all he needs.
Wiggle the nigga up a little bit. Don't do nothing too crazy. But he need to know who he talking to. He need to do his little research. He need to know who he fucking with. So, rustle the nigga up. Let him know how we rocking.
And it's funny he says that. I don't see none of them young bucks in his comment section right now. So DDG must ain't got the motion he used to have. Otherwise, I would see a bunch of brand new comments right here. Now, granted, I'll admit, I knew he was going to respond to Joe Budden. I just don't like the response. Sometimes the best response is not responding to shit at all. It's just regurgitating the same old talking points, some of which have been debunked for years now. Try to spin the narrative of how can anybody watch his content and he's an alleged woman abuser when he's not that. He ain't never did any time behind that. He ain't never went to trial because of the shit. Them are all allegations and are false. I just don't like the moral high horse DDG acts like he's on. You talking about, damn, how could you support or watch somebody who's a woman abuser? But there's a bunch of people out there who go listen to people's music that talk about violence all the time. So what's the difference? At the end of the day, we all support awful people. Whether you want to admit it or not is up to you. But with that being said, y'all let me know what you think about this mess in the comments below. Till next time, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.